My girlfriend demanded I apologize to her male best friend for hurting his feelings. I agreed. I went to his house and said in front of his wife, I'm sorry I didn't tell my girlfriend about the affair you had last summer. So my girlfriend Emma has this best friend Jake, who's basically attached to her hip. This guy has zero boundaries. He comes over unannounced using the spare key Emma gave him for emergencies. He has opinions about everything I do, from how I season my eggs to which Netflix shows I watch. Emma always takes his side like he's some kind of relationship guru. Jake's one of those guys who thinks he's the smartest person in every room. He'll correct your grammar mid-sentence, mansplain movies you've already seen, and somehow turn every conversation back to himself. The worst part? Emma eats it up. She thinks his constant criticism of me is helpful feedback from someone who cares. Last week I finally hit my breaking point. I'm loading the dishwasher after dinner when Jake walks in unannounced again. He looks at my perfectly reasonable dishwasher arrangement and goes, "Dude, you're doing it all wrong. Plates go this way, bowls face down. You're wasting so much space." Then he actually starts rearranging everything while explaining proper dishwasher geometry. I lost it. I told him maybe he should focus on organizing his own house instead of micromanaging mine. The look on his face was like I'd slapped him. Emma walked in right as I said it and immediately went into defense mode. "You're being jealous and immature," she snapped. "Jake's just trying to help. You clearly have issues with successful men." She demanded I give Jake a sincere apology. Not just any apology, though. It had to be at his house in front of his wife Sarah, so she could witness how sorry I was for disrespecting their friendship. Here's what Emma didn't know. 3 months ago, she forced me to go out for boys' night with Jake. After several expensive cocktails that I paid for, Jake got sloppy drunk and started bragging about his affair with his 25-year-old coworker Madison. He showed me photos, laughed about the hotel meetings, even joked about how clueless Sarah was. He made me promise not to tell anyone, especially not Emma or Sarah. I kept my mouth shut because honestly, it wasn't my business to blow up someone else's marriage. But now, Emma wanted me publicly humiliated in front of Sarah. She wanted to watch me grovel and submit to prove Jake's dominance in our relationship triangle. Perfect. She just handed me the nuclear option. Saturday evening, we show up at their house. Sarah answers the door looking genuinely happy to see us. She's this sweet, quiet woman who clearly adores Jake despite his arrogance. She makes us coffee, offers homemade cookies, completely clueless about the drama she's about to witness. We're all sitting in their living room with the fancy furniture Jake loves showing off. Emma's practically vibrating with anticipation, giving me these smug looks like she's about to watch me finally learn my place. Jake's leaning back in his leather chair, arms crossed, ready to graciously accept my groveling. I clear my throat and look directly at Jake. "I'm really sorry," I start. Jake's smirking, thinking he's won this power struggle. Emma's nodding encouragingly. Sarah's watching with this sweet, innocent smile. "I'm sorry I didn't tell my girlfriend about your affair last summer. I should have never kept that secret for you." The room went dead silent. You could hear a pin drop. Sarah's coffee mug slipped from her hands and shattered on their hardwood floor. Emma's jaw literally dropped open. Jake went from smug to ghost white in half a second. "What affair?" Sarah whispered, her voice barely audible. Jake started stammering. "There's no affair. He's lying. I don't know why he would say that." But his panic was making him look guilty as hell. Emma's head was spinning between me and Jake like she was watching a tennis match. I could see the wheels turning in her brain, finally connecting all the dots about Jake's character. Sarah stood up slowly, coffee dripping everywhere. "Madison from your office?" she asked quietly. Jake's face confirmed everything. Emma grabbed her purse and headed straight for the door. As we left, I could hear Sarah's voice rising, demanding answers from Jake, who was still trying to deny everything. The ride home was completely silent. Emma stared out the window the entire time. When we got to our apartment, she finally spoke. "How long have you known?" I told her everything about that night at the bar. Emma hasn't spoken to Jake since. She changed our locks and blocked his number. Sometimes the best apology is just telling the truth, especially when someone forces you into the perfect moment to deliver it. Jake texted me once asking me to tell Sarah it was all a misunderstanding. I screenshotted it and sent it to Emma. She replied, "What a piece of work." Sarah filed for divorce 2 weeks later. Emma and I are stronger than ever, and I load the dishwasher however I damn well please.